Are you looking to get bigger, but don't want soreness or extreme soreness as a side effect? Then this video is for you. So today I'm going to be talking about hypertrophy training, but it's a method called hypertrophy clusters. And I got this idea, I've tested it out, but I first saw it on an Instagram page, ironically named Hypertrophy Clusters. Now, I'm not saying this is the best method in the world for hypertrophy. However,
subscribe.
It is good for people that want to mitigate soreness and have other things to do. It doesn't matter whether it's field athletes, combat athletes, any type of athlete where you have another realm of training to tend to and you don't want to be sore while gaining skills in that area. Will this work for a bodybuilder? Probably not the best idea. Will this work for the general population? Yes. Is it better for the general population to do this over traditional bodybuilding methods? That's for you to figure out. Now, hypertrophy clusters are very similar to the dynamic effort method of the conjugate method, where you're using a submaximal weight and doing a low amount of reps per set, but you're doing a really high amount of sets, or higher than normal amount of sets. The reason being, you want to keep the effort and the velocity or bar speed of the weight as high as possible while not having fatigue near the end of the set. So when, let's say you're doing a set of 8 or 10 and you get near failure, the bar speed is going to inevitably go down because you're reaching failure. With this, the individual sets are not difficult. You are accumulating volume at similar rates, just each individual set isn't going to be as fatiguing. So the key here is high amount of sets, low amount of reps per set. Now, how would you program it? I like doing a 3-week wave. The percentages are up to you, but I feel like that's a good starting. Now, what do you want here? You want lower rests between sets because each individual set is not going to be as fatigued. Work density, meaning low rest between sets. So anywhere from 60 seconds to maximum 75 seconds between sets. If you feel like you need more than that, you're definitely using too much weight. By doing this approach keeps your muscles working hard without overloading them to the point that you are reaching high levels of fatigue within a single set. So why is this effective for athletes? Athletes need to balance strength and endurance, and avoiding excess muscle soreness is definitely a benefit because that can hinder performance. Athletes don't want that. So hypertrophy clusters provide basically a perfect solution. It distributes the workload over multiple sets, and athletes can build muscle without being broken down. So just as long as the volume is adjusted, so overall 8 sets of 5, it's still 40 reps with the same amount of weight as if you were doing 4 sets of 10. It's still 40 reps, but the individual fatigue from each set is not there. So this allows athletes to maintain peak performance while limiting soreness. So I'm just quickly going to go over the advantages. You're still going to get muscle growth as long as the volume is the same with the appropriate amount of weight that you're using. You're going to get the reduced soreness because you're not reaching fatigue through each set. Each set is going to be very efficient. Every rep you are doing is going to have high velocity and you're going to stimulate a lot of motor units in each set. Despite the lower weight, you're still going to get strength gains because every rep on every set, you're going to be moving it with intent. If you are not moving these reps as fast and as powerful and explosively as possible, you're definitely missing out on some gains, and that defeats even using this method in the first place. And then variety. If you've never trained like this before, you're definitely going to get some gains pretty quickly because you're going to be giving your body a brand new stimulus that it's never received before. So number 1, select your exercise. Check. Choose your weight. Then the set and rep scheme. Rest intervals 60 to 75 seconds. Do the 3-week wave, and then as your 1 rep max changes, then you would increase the weight. So there you have it. If your hypertrophy gains have stagnated, or you're just some sort of athlete that can't do traditional hypertrophy training, try out hypertrophy clusters. It's a way to get muscle growth without having to deal with the excess soreness.